My name's Stephen Thompson. I work as a sous chef in Barclays Bank, One Churchill Place, for a company called Baxter Story. I've been working there for 4 years, looking after the staff restaurant, lunchtime service, breakfast service, evening functions if there's any. I look after the purchasing. This is the ordering of the food products. I check the costing to make sure the prices are right and we're selling them at the right prices. I started when I was 15, I think it was 15. I was at school and I couldn't decide whether I wanted to be a footballer or be a caterer. But I always liked cooking because I came from like a large family and I wasn't allowed in the kitchen. So I was always curious how food was delivered on a plate. My mum was she was a mother of 15 kids. So it was hard for her to actually have a full-time job plus look after the family as well. Lucky for me, I had 5 sisters and they did a lot of the cooking for me. My father was actually separated from my mum. So basically I did not know my father as much. It was very hard for my mum. I mean, she's 83 now and I was one of the youngest, and one of the youngest is normally the hardest to look after. My 2 older brothers, or the closest brothers to me, was 4 years, 5 years above me. So basically they were always together and I was always the lone, I was always on my own. Basically that's why I think I was shy, because I was left alone. Up until the age of 19, 20, I was shy. And then I thought to myself, I only live once, there's nothing to be shy about. When I was younger, I used to teach myself not to be shy. I used to work outside in a Watt bar, and the best way to overcome your fears is to communicate with the customers. And when you communicate with the customers, you talk to the customers, you're more relaxed, they're more relaxed. So it makes your job a lot more easy. You can actually do work without actually thinking what you're doing. It just comes natural. I enjoyed school. I enjoyed school a lot, but from an early age, I liked to play football. So basically, football was over my life until I decided to be a chef. I left school, basically I stayed on for 1 year and I stayed on to the sixth form centre. The reason being because I couldn't afford to go to college to buy my equipment, so I decided to go to the sixth form centre, be able to save up a bit more money. I did a day release, or I did some work experience while I was at sixth form centre. When I finished my college, I left the course on the Friday and started work on a Monday. And I've been in the trade ever since. To have a job as soon as I finished college was perfect for me, because I don't know if all the people that know me know that I like to work. I continuously like to work. So I started working in the Mount Royal Hotel as a coffee house chef, which I started at 6:30 in the morning, which was a pain in the arse. If you're 17, 18 years old and you have to get up at 4:30 in the morning to get to work at 6:30 in the morning, it was like a big step and a big commitment for me. But I enjoy doing it. I think the biggest single turning point in my life was actually having my kids, because that gave me more of a determination to progress and try harder. In any trade you go to, you always get knocked back. So you make mistakes, but basically the best way to correct your mistakes is to learn from your mistakes. And I believe once you've set up and you set your mind in what direction you want to go, I reckon you should give it 100% in trying to make that achieve. If it doesn't work out, that's fine. There's loads of opportunities. Basically, my future could be anything I want it to be. It depends what direction you choose to go in. I mean, because just being a chef doesn't mean you have to be a chef all your life. You could go into management, be a general manager. You could be a chef manager. But my direction now, I like to do pastry. If I make something and someone comes back to me and tells me that was really nice, it puts a smile on my face. And that's what makes it all worthwhile.